Hi, my name's John. Welcome to another Sunday night nightcap. Tonight's nightcap, I've got quite a bit going on. I've got an aluminium welding repair job. I repair it's like a mixer paddle thing for a food mixer. I repair that. I machine a motorcycle sprocket for one of the lads off the forum, the MIG welding forum. It's of an RD Yamaha. Very hard, very tough it is, but I make a mandrel and get that machine for him. Today is the first Sunday we've had any decent weather, so I go to a couple of car boot sales with a friend and pick some nice items up. I'll show some of them. One or two people have commented they don't like myself and other creators putting things on where showing what I bought at the car boot sales and gifts people have sent us. I don't see what harm it's done. I'm not actually gloating about what I found, I'm just showing what I have found. They're there for anybody to find, and people seem to find it interesting, so I'm going to leave that part of that content in my videos. An update on Debs. She's just finished her first week of radiotherapy. She is very tired, but honestly she's a lot better than I was expecting. She's in real good spirits. She's back in again tomorrow. She has another week of it, weekend off, then another week, and then basically that's our radiotherapy treatment finished. I've got a paddle type thing off a food mixer to repair. Broken down there. What I'll do, I'll probably cut a little section out and try and line it up and then re-weld it with probably a silicon based rod. It should repair quite nicely because it'll be a good grade aluminium. I've repaired one or two bits and pieces before for this gentleman, one of our local bakers. Just cut a little section out. Just to get back in this clean material. Gotta get this vase. We'll bend this into shape, leaving probably a 1/4 inch gap there to fill up with weld material. It's actually not bad there, it wants to come down very slightly. Probably something like that. And when I weld it up, I'll put plenty of reinforcing on. You can see it's actually worn down here. That's not bad there, it's fairly well lined up. It's got like a twist in it, I don't know if that's made twisting or it's just worn with the edge. Anyway, we'll warm that up and get some weld onto it. I've got it set up there with a decent 1/4 inch gap. What I'll do, I'll weld it up all the way around. I'll probably put a little bit of reinforcing around it as well to file it to shape. And once that's welded, I'll be able to bend this side of it to the same shape as that side. It's just springing at the minute, but once it's welded it should pull into shape alright. strange enough I can smell like cooking bread, like dough. It's absolutely lovely. It's a nice clean shiny weld that's starting to bond together. Put a decent amount of reinforcement in there, that should do the job for them. These are the settings I use on this Artec inverter TIG welder for most of my aluminium casting welding. It's on position 1. I'll go through the menu, go back to the start. Right, the first thing is gas pre-flow. It just puts a purge of gas through the line before the arc strikes up. Start amps, I've got it set at 27 amps. The start amps depends on the thickness of the electrode you're using. Start amps is important. Upslope I don't use because I'm using a foot pedal. Main welding amps, I've got it set at 125 because I'm using a small torch. 125 was more than enough to weld that beta thing we've just welded. Right, AC balance, I've got it at 30% cleaning, which is pretty good for decent material. You could turn it up a little bit more if the material was slightly dirty, but the best way is to clean the material as best you can. Right, so that's 30% on the AC balance. AC frequency, I've got this set at 150 Hertz. You can play around with it. 150 Hertz. 150 Hertz gives you a nice tight arc. The machine actually goes up to 250, but I find 150 is good for thin material like that. 250. Downslope, there's no downslope. End amps are as low as it'll go, 5 amps. Your post flow, that's gas that comes out of the torch once you've finished welding. That's not wasting gas. That gas makes sure your tungsten remains nice and clean, and also protects the weld until the pool solidifies. These are the first items I bought. Some nice 1mm cutting discs, slitting discs, all good makes. Guy was selling them for 40p each. I bought a pack of 8mm 8x40 concrete anchors just so I can fasten my grinding machines back down. 6 in a pack, 6 for £1, a very good price. Some standard hacksaw blades, 18 teeth to the inch ones. I found these are actually inside an old cooking pan. The BSF and BSW die nuts. They're old but absolutely brand new. They've never been used. They've not had a spanner on them. I made either by Harris or by Warrior. A set of them from 1/4 to 1/2 inch. And there's some nice thread pitch gauges as well. There's a BA set there made by Moore and Wright, and a Whitworth set made by Moore and Wright as well. There's a set of pin gauges there. I assume they're pin gauges. They've got imperial sizes on them. I'll get some close-ups of these. So you can see they're in very good condition. Moore and Wright, Whitworth. Go from 60 threads to the inch up to 4 threads to the inch. A little bit of surface rust, but nothing that won't clean off. These ones are BA, go from 10 BA to 0 BA. They've also got a little 47.5 degree notch there, should you want to try and grind a BA screw cutting tool. They're also made by Moore and Wright. There's a set of pin gauges, imperial at 30 thou, 33 thou, 20 thou. I suppose that you could use these where you couldn't get a feeler gauge in. I have got a name on there, but they're rusty. I'll need to clean them up. But they're certainly very usable. They've had quite a lot of use as well. You can tell they've been used.